Well, I was a victim of of your your platform, where my official um, Facebook account were taken down by your platform due to, it said there, impersonation. So I cannot understand, why do you take down an account due to impersonation. So how does it happen? So how you determine that really is this account is impersonated, because this account was reported to COMELEC as my official uh, election account for, yeah, for my daily activities during election.
Certainly, impersonation is a violation of our community standards. And there, I can say that I don't know the specifics of your case, but let me talk about a little bit about how we try to deal with issues of impersonation, right? Um, first of all, there can be a number of different reasons that an account might be taken down, right? Um, there can be repeated violations of our community standards, or there can be very severe violations of our community standards. But other times, it can be because someone was able to, unfortunately, gain access to your account. Not your account, but anyone's account, right? It can happen that unauthorized access can take place, right? In those cases, they may, once a hacker has gained access to an account, then sometimes what we see is they go and delete the account, or then they take over that account to use it for their own purposes. And and what we do in those cases is we work with the rightful account holder to retake control of their account, right? So we ask for credentials. It could be a government ID. It could be various email addresses or other identifying information that were used with that account in order to regain control of it. I think one thing we've seen and that we know is an extremely effective guard against having accounts taken over by hackers is two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication is really the first line of defense that any user on Facebook, including members of Congress, have against their accounts being taken over. If you have two-factor authentication on, anytime someone would seek to make changes to your account, it would ping you to make sure that you're the right person and you're authorizing those changes. I would urge everyone to make sure they have two-fact turned on their account. I think it's also worth noting that, for government officials, for politicians who are engaged in an election cycle, we have specific channels where we can work together. We have our Meta Support Pro channel that you can access and that we're happy to work with you to make sure you have access to, so that if you have specific issues with your account, other members of Congress, other people running for election can access those channels. I think it's also worth noting, and I didn't really mention this in my opening comments, but I think I should, that that there are a number of different statutory agencies that have specific channels with Meta where they can report community standards violations, account hacks, and any other issues that the government is experiencing with Meta's platforms and our services. In fact, there are 11 different government agencies that have direct channels to us. And so those are other channels that can certainly be utilized in cases where members of Congress experience those types of actions. And I would just also say, it does also happen from time to time that we make mistakes. That is also something that happens, and we're sorry for when that happens. We know it's a really poor experience. We don't want that to happen. We take those instances very seriously. We do everything we can to try to minimize them. And so that's also just something that can happen sometimes.
So when my account was taken down or took down, we complained to we write to the Meta about my account. And then why is it that you are taking down specific account without explanation, or without any justification to the subscriber? Like, for example, just take the account and that's it. Like for example, due process in place in your platform.
Thank you for the question, Congressman, Mr. Chair, if I may. Madam Congresswoman, again, I'm not familiar with the specifics of your case, but I, again, can talk in general. Users should receive notifications if actions have been taken against their account. That is certainly part of the due process that we have in place, and users have a right of appeal. And in fact, when we see mistakes happen and users appeal those actions, the content in question, if it was a community standards violation, may often be restored. In some cases, the account would be restored. I do just want to highlight, in the specific case of hostile takeover of accounts, or what Meta believes may be a hostile takeover of an account, that can be a more complex process for very good reason. We want to make sure that we are not providing access to the account of someone who shouldn't have it. And so, Madam Congresswoman, I would just emphasize again that if you or another member of Congress is having any types of these issues, we can certainly provide you access to our Meta Support Pro and other channels so that we can solve these problems together.
Mr. Chair, may I ask also that, are you familiar with armies? Troll armies, or mass reporting of an account so that it could be taken down for any other reasons. Are you familiar with that? Because I'm suspecting that my personal account was a victim of that scheme by army trolls, or um, by a group like to take down my account, because as I can see here in your process of checking the misinformation and disinformation reported, it goes to your AI, and then after that, human checking. So so my questions is, are you familiar with that scheme?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Madam Congresswoman, coordinated mass reporting absolutely violates our policies. We have seen that type of behavior before and certainly if we detect that type of behavior, then we would seek to make sure that any decisions that are made about accounts are the correct ones. And then we would also try to go after the people who are engaged in the coordinated mass reporting, because that clearly does violate our policies. And that's the type of abusive network that we would seek to prohibit from utilizing our platforms.
Another question, Mr. Chair, is about the inaction of the Meta on AI-generated images abused. I was also a victim of that when I hold a gun. Yeah, about that. And many progressive organizations and individuals are victims of that, Mr. Chair.
Alright mga kababayan, so magre-react po tayo muli dito po sa isinagawang hearing kanina sa House of Representative kung saan inatinan po ito ni Representative Franz Castro, maging kinatawan po ng Meta na si Sir Rob Abrams. Siya po yung head ng law enforcement outreach ng Meta para sa Asia Pacific. Okay, dumalo sila sa hearing ngayong araw sa Philippine Congress at tinalakay nga nila dito yung tungkol sa disinformation at yung mga tungkol sa scam, yung mga sindikato tungkol nga dyan, yung organized scam syndicates. Okay, so hindi din nakaligtas ang Meta kay Franz Castro nang tanungin ito patungkol nga dito sa pag-take down ng kanyang Facebook account dahil kamakailan nga po ay na-take down nga po yung account na ginagamit po ni Franz Castro na di umano, ayun po ay isinabit niya sa COMELEC bilang kanyang official na Facebook page or platform kung saan doon niya ipapakita yung ginagawa niyang day-to-day activities. Kasi tumatakbo din po si Franz Castro sa pagka-senador. So ito po yung kanyang isa sa mga platform na ginagamit niya para ipakita yung araw-araw niyang ginagawa. So, sa hearing ngayong araw sa Philippine Congress, tinalakay ang mga issue ng disinformation at organized scam syndicates. No, si Sir Rob R. Abrams ang head ng Law Enforcement Outreach ng Meta para sa Asia Pacific na nagbigay pugay din po sa Philippine Congress at Law Enforcement Agency bilang global leaders sa pagtukoy ng mga scams at disinformation network. Kagaya po kanina nang napanood nyo dito po sa short video na natanong din po ni Franz Castro about nga dito sa Troll Army kasi isa daw po ito sa nakikita niyang parang problema kung bakit na-take down yung kanyang Facebook account. Sa bagay, totoo din naman mga kababayan yung Troll Army. Kasi dati naranasan na din namin yan nung panahon na campaign period ng Uniteam before. Kasi isa din tayo sa mga nag-campaign sa Uniteam sa Tambalang BBM Sara dati, no? So, naranasan natin yan na every time na magpo-post tayo, parang lagi na-take down, no? Yung ating video. Parang bakit wala namang tayong parang nilabag na batas pero bakit ganun nga, bakit ganun yung nangyari. So napakaraming pwedeng gawin kasi pwede kang i-mass report ng mga tao. Kaya lang, yun yung tinatanong neto ni Franz Castro na ano yung nagiging batayan. Kasi isa sa kanya parang wala daw sa kanyang parang wala bang due process na sinasabi nito ni Franz Castro, no, na bakit bigla-biglang gano'n na lang daw, wala man lang daw sinabi sa kanya kung ano yung naging problema, basta na lang daw na take down. So parang isa sa mga nagiging dahilan nga daw yung impersonation sa Facebook. Well, yung impersonation po talaga ay labag po talaga yan sa Facebook community standards. Kaya maaaring ma-take down talaga ang page o account na sangkot dito. Kasi narito po yung mga ilang dahilan kung bakit maaaring ma-take down ng ang isang Facebook page dahil sa impersonation. Ito nga po yung paglabag sa community standards, yung itinuturing na paglabag sa patakaran ng Facebook laban sa maling representasyon, reklamo mula sa totoong may-ari. Kapag ang totoong may-ari ng pangalan, brand, or identity ay nag-report sa Facebook, maaari agad itong aksyonan. At isa dito din yung pagkakaroon ng malicious intent. Kung ang impersonation ay ginagamit para sa panloloko, phishing, o paninira, mas mabilis itong ma-take down. So, napakarami din po ng biktima na yan. Hindi lamang po si Franz Castro. Napakarami din po. Kaya, naimbitahan din po yung Meta kung paano nila tinatalakay yung mga ganitong bagay o paano nila tinutugunan yung ganitong problema, no? Kaya naman hindi yan direktang masagot ni Mr. Abrams kasi nga hindi naman niya alam yung personal na problema ng Facebook page ni Franz Castro, no? Kaya in general sinagot po ito ng Meta, no, na hindi niya mabibigyan ng parang direktang sagot etong si Franz Castro. So, ayan po yung mga ilan sa mga natin, no, naging topic kanina na si Representative Franz Castro ng kinatawan ng ACT or ACT Teacher Party List ay kabilang sa mga nagtanong sa Meta sa hearing ngayong araw. Tungkol nga ito sa mga issue ng suspension ng kanyang Facebook account. So hanggang dito na lang muna mga kababayan habang pinapakita ko naman sa inyo itong bandang dulong video natin na ito po yung isinagawa pong peace rally po or unity walk ng mga supporters po ni PRRD noong March 28. Diyan po yan sa Menjola at pinangunahan nga po yan ng mga leaders kung saan nagbigay po sila ng suporta at panahon para ipakita yung pagmamahal nila dito sa dating Pangulo, no. Siya po ay nagsasalita dyan sa harapan ng Peace Arch dyan sa Mindiola at dinaluhan po yan ng napakaraming mga kababayan natin na inabot nga po sila ng hating gabi at after nga po niyan sa Mindiola ay nagtungo po sila dyan sa Liwasang Bonifacio para ipagpatuloy ang kanilang programa. Kaya lamang po sa kasamaang palad ay umulan po kaya nag-uwian po yung mga kababayan natin. Yung iba ay nagpaiwan, sumilong. Kasi mahirap po yung silungan dyan sa Liwasang Bonifacio at 10 oras na din po ng gabi yun. Kaya pinabuti na po nilang umuwi at magplano ulit sa susunod na mga araw kung kailan ulit nila pwedeng isagawa itong pagtitipon na ito. Sa kabilang banda, naging maayos naman po mga kababayan yung naging ano dito, pagdalo ng mga kababayan nating nagpakita ng suporta kaya dating Pangulong Duterte. So, about naman dito sa ating naging topic dito po sa pag-attend po ni Franz Castro at ng kinatawan po ng Meta. Comment down below kung ano yung mga opinion ninyo. Kung may mga tanong ba kayo, comment niyo sa comment section para ating pag-usapan. Muli maraming salamat at God bless po sa inyo.